Well, good evening once again. Day 1399 of the Trump administration, 63 days until the inauguration, 15 days since the presidential election, and 11 days since Joe Biden was declared the winner of the race. And yes, we have a president who refuses to concede. He loses his power of office at noon on January 20th. The rest of it is petulance and politics and paperwork, and it's all happening against this god-awful and uncontrolled pandemic that again today reached another awful milestone. The death toll today went over 250,000 Americans. People who were with us at the start of 2020 will now not be here to see another New Year's Eve. This map shows just how widespread the virus is, where the cases are. This was put out by the government. Take a moment, look at the area of red, find where you live, where your friends and family live. This is a snapshot of our country as of tonight. Also, as of this evening, there are nearly 80,000 Americans hospitalized with COVID-19. That's another all-time high. Yet today was another day of radio silence from the president. As he stayed hunkered down in the White House, he continues to watch TV. He remains a constant presence on social media, spreading more falsehoods, disinformation about Joe Biden's election victory. We did hear from Trump's press secretary, who insists the president is focused on his job.
Well, the president's hard at work. He's hard at work on COVID, among other issues. I'm sure you'll hear from him at the right moment.
The administration's testing czar had a very different view. This afternoon, he sounded the alarm about our current situation.
Right now, we are in the steepest rate of rise in numbers of cases. Our hospitalizations are going up 25% week over week. Our deaths are going up by 25% week over week. And this is not going in the right direction. We are at the most serious and dangerous part of the pandemic.
A new study estimates there may be as many as 3.6 million people in this country infected and shedding enough virus to infect others around them. A wave of new restrictions, stay-at-home advisories, mask mandates now accelerating as governors impose more rules to try to slow the infections. Starting tomorrow, New York City's public schools will be closed indefinitely. New York, home to the nation's largest school system, of course. It is the city's second system-wide shutdown due to this virus. The president-elect continues to focus on the virus, even as the outgoing administration continues to block the formal transition. Today, Biden acknowledged what his team is up against.
We should be further along. One of the problems that we're having now is the failure of the administration to recognize. The law says that the General Services Administration has a person who recognizes who the winner is, and then they have to have access to all the data and information that the government possesses to be prepared. And it doesn't require there to be an absolute winner. It says the apparent winner. We've been unable to get access to the kinds of things we need to know about the depth of the stockpiles. We know there's not much at all. There's a whole lot of things that are we just don't have available to us, which unless it's made available soon, we're going to be behind by weeks or months.
We do have this tonight, and it does apply to common sense. Two Biden transition officials are telling NBC News that a few current and former Trump administration officials have begun reaching out privately, back channel, to the Biden transition team. But Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar today made it clear he has no intention of cooperating until the White House acknowledges Joe Biden as the president-elect. And just a note, as you watch this, please remember, this is a fully grown man, the man in the cabinet with oversight over our health, scared to death of crossing his boss in a nation with 250,000 dead.
So we've made it very clear that when GSA makes a determination, we will ensure complete cooperative professional transitions and planning. But that's we follow the guidance. We're about getting vaccines and therapeutics invented and get the clinical trial data and saving lives here.
We did learn today that new data from Pfizer shows its vaccine 95% effective. Company says it will soon ask the government for emergency authorization, which could mean distribution to high-risk groups by the end of this year. As we mentioned, Trump remains laser-focused not on the pandemic, but on his effort to somehow overturn the results of the election. Today, his campaign decided to spend $3 million for a partial recount in Wisconsin, a state Trump's projected to lose by over 20,000 votes. His campaign wants recounts in Democratic strongholds of Milwaukee County and Dane County. Biden beat Trump in Milwaukee County by 40 percentage points, 4-0. Trump lost Dane County by over 50 percentage points. The Trump campaign says it selected these two counties because they are, quote, the locations of the worst irregularities.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.